Well, hey, B, it's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a conversation, I guess you could say, and a review, honey. Unfaithful, caught in the act. Tami Roman, girl, what is this? What did you bring to the people? When I saw the preview, honestly, I was thinking to myself, like, yo, this is going to be good. This is good for Tami. It's giving me a little bit of catfish vibes. And again, this is just from seeing the previews and stuff before I actually got a chance to watch the show. So I'm watching the show, first episode, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it wasn't until I was already kind of sketchy about it. But then when I got to the second episode, because they dropped episode 1 and 2, I was beginning to feel like, girl, this is fake. Okay, this right here is fake. And y'all remember, this show was supposed to drop, I believe it was back in May, possibly early June, but I really feel like it was back in May when it was supposed to drop, immediately following Basketball Wives. But they ended up pushing it off, delaying it, and then they dropped it to us this week. And my thing is, you held this show to bring it to us, for us to see that, girl, it's giving fakeness. So we ended up meeting two different couples. So let me just hop into the couples, girl, because on the second couple, I just kind of stopped and I just said, girl, this is fake. But let's get into it. So we meet a young lady named Tracy. Tracy had been dating this dude named McKinley or whatever. I think they met like 2 years ago or whatnot. He's in the music industry. She's somewhere in the corporate sector. They meet. She said the way they met was she was helping a friend out at an event, I guess selling pies, and she sold pies to him. And so when she sold those pies to him, he came back and bought more pies when really he was just trying to holler at her, right? So she said they had moved in very, very quickly. Okay, at least she moved into his house very quickly. And she said things was good and everything. Of course, things are always going good in the beginning when it's fresh, when it's new. But when you get used to a person, girl, them walls slowly start to come down, and who you really are begin to come through. You know what I'm saying? So she said that she ended up finding like text messages. He stopped answering her phone calls as quick as he normally would and stuff. So it was just different things that started to happen that, would make any woman's intuition kind of spike up, like, what's going on over here? So that's what was happening. So then Tami tells her that her intuition wasn't enough for her to go out here and track and see whether or not her man was cheating. So then what Tracy decided to do was be like, oh, well, girl, I just want to let you know that here, hold on to this, like, check this out. Happened to be an ultrasound because Tracy at one point was pregnant with twins by McKinley, and things didn't work out. She ended up losing those twins, and I really felt bad for her in the moment. I said, okay, I get you. Okay, I got you. Okay, so you don't pull Miss Tami in, so Tami's going to do this for you. I think one of the reasons why I just felt like this show is definitely starting off giving fakeness just a little bit. It's like, and y'all tell me, I just kind of felt like, why Tami got a whole office? I don't think I ever saw the man's office from Cheaters, because let's just be honest, Unfaithful, Caught in the Act ain't nothing but Cheaters revamped, okay, with the female host, okay, and the female private investigator, like, and black women at that. Hello? So that's what it's giving, girl. It ain't nothing but a spin on Cheaters. And it's like, why y'all done gave Tami this whole office when we know Tami ain't got no office and y'all got these extras sitting up here? I'm like, Tami could have just met up with the girls at the coffee shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just sat up here and watched Commit or Quit with I can't even think of the judge's name. I'm sorry, she's not coming to my mind, but she does marriage boot camp. Oh, I'm so mad I cannot think of her name. But we just sat up here and watched her. She went over to people's houses, sat down, chit chat with them, set up surveillance in their house and stuff. So it's like, girl, did we really have to give Tami this office? Okay, y'all let me know y'all thoughts about this. Okay, so anyway, after Tracy ended up showing Tami these receipts or whatever of the ultrasound, that's when Tami said, okay, well, cool, I got you, girl. I'm going to do the research. So she sent her private investigator to go out there and monitor Mackenzie and everything. And she ended up seeing him hanging out with some chick. He then took to a thrift store. Girl, it was definitely giving thrift store fashions. But anyway, girl, took her to a strip club and then also took her to like a jewelry store. But what was the gag for me was the lady said she had her purse on her, right? And she was like, I got a camera right here and a camera right here. Girl, she had a whole camera inside their purse. So she was in there looking at jewelry right next to them, but she got the dang old purse facing them. So she's catching the entire conversation. And I'm just like, okay, Okay, okay. I don't know, y'all. Okay. All right. I'm like, because any person, well, I mean, I don't know. He's probably stupid. A lot of times, guys, they don't be paying attention for real, for real. That's how they girl be knowing everything that they be doing because they don't be, you know what I'm saying? They don't be plugged in like we be plugged in. Because I'm like, you don't see this big ass camera in this lady purse, like that big old hole. That's not no button. Like, you don't see that. And it was just very awkward. It just, anyway, he took this girl, he over there telling at the jewelry store, telling the person like how they met. I think he said they met like 4 years ago on a movie set or whatever, on the set of his video shoot that he did with young Dolph. And then talking about how I guess they're going to get engaged or something. So of course they take this information and they give it back to Tracy and let her know. I'm sorry, not, yeah, Tracy. They give it to Tracy and let her know that, hey, he over there about to get engaged with this woman. You know what I'm saying? I even feel like they was over there looking at furniture too, but don't quote me. That could have been the other couple. But anyway, they out there, looking at rings and stuff. So I'm like, well then, dang, is that really the main chick and Tracy, you the side chick? Like, what's really happening? So then Tami gives her a choice, which I thought was different than what we get on Cheaters, and I can appreciate it. Tami said, well, listen, what you want to do? Do you want to confront her and then you and her team up and confront him? Or do you want to just go and ambush both of them? Like, which one you want to do? She said, well, I want to talk to the girl. Like, let me talk to her and then maybe me and her can go and confront him. Good. She done went over there to Effect Fitness. Girl, shout out to Effect Fitness. Girl, I definitely had an app. Girl, I got to get my my workouts in this week. But anyway, girl. Okay. She went over to the gym, Effect Fitness, gonna come up out of there or whatever. And it was just giving stage. Like her attire that she had on didn't even look like nothing people would really work out in. But I'm sure Effect Fitness was cool with it because they got a quick plug in that. What else? You had Tracy walking up on the chick, come to find out her name is Casey. She walking up on this girl like, hey girl, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you Casey, right? Or whatever. So Casey wasn't really trying to pay her no attention. Like Tracy really wasn't featuring her for real. It was weird because it seemed like Casey already knew who she was. Right, but then Tracy's like, well, girl, listen, I want you to know that he messing around, on me, and he messing around on you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still in his life or whatever. And girl is just acting like she don't care. Like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, McKinley, that's my NIGGA. So I don't really know what it is to tell you. Like, I'm gonna have to ask him because I don't really know what you're talking about. And it's like, what? The girl just sound dumb as hell. Clearly, she was gonna ride for him. Period. She was gonna ride for him either way it go. So they had some exchange of words or whatever. I think the girl started to kind of get a little hostile with a Tracy or whatnot, and then I think the girl ended up walking off. They was gonna actually swing. Oh, actually, Casey was gonna swing on Tracy. That's what was gonna happen because Tracy ended up telling the girl that she looked a mess and her breast popping out and all this other stuff because she did look a mess. Like, let's be honest, okay. Let's be honest, girl, you looked a whole trash bag can mess is what it was giving. So the girl didn't like that. She was finna swing on her. Like, girl, I'm trying to leave the gym. You come running up on me about your NIGGA. You over here, you know what I'm saying, talking about how I look and all that other stuff. Like, girl, I'm finna swing on you. So of course Miss Tami had to run out the car at this point because she just like, well, wait a minute, honey, what is really going on? You know what I'm saying? So, Casey, it was crazy to me because the way Casey was looking at Tami to me the whole time, looked like she wanted to laugh her ass off. That's just what it was giving me. Like, she was just tickled. Like, she wanted to laugh. She was holding in that smile. And I'm like, are you holding in the smile because you know who Tami Roman is? Or are you holding in the smile because you're acting and this is comical for you? Because it was, I wasn't sure if it was like fake or whatnot, but I feel like episode 2, like I told y'all, kind of sealed the deal for me. So anyway, Tami kind of calms both of the ladies down. Tami let her know, like, Casey, girl, if this really your dude, like, he's playing you, and you really are owed an explanation if that is indeed true. So we got to figure out how we finna make this thing work. Okay, so she finally agrees to hitting him up at the studio so that Tracy can come and run up on them. So Tami tells her, like, don't make sure you don't tip him off. But what was interesting was y'all already had cameras in the damn studio, which is so just damn weird to me. Like, it's like y'all headed to the studio, but the cameras are already in the studio. So when did you have time to put the camera down? I don't know. I'm probably overdoing it, but it's just giving fake for me. Old girl up there twerking, kissing on him, all this extra stuff. Tracy then came in there. She over there got some questions for this man. She over there asking him, what she asked that man, I think she asked him, who is her? Like, she was like, who is this girl? Who is this girl? And he over there talking about, oh, that's my friend Casey. Or whatever like that. And she was like, Casey, she's like, oh, so y'all getting engaged or whatever like that. And he was like, hell no, I ain't getting no motherfucking engaged. And Casey like, but you is though. Yes, you is though. But you is though. Or whatever like that. So, Tracy started saying, well, who am I to you though? But who am I to you though? And then Casey disgusting ass gonna say, well, girl, you know, I be smashing him without a condom, so what's going on? And it's like, okay. If that's what you do, that's what you do. That's nasty. That ain't your man. He for the streets, all the way for the streets. But yikes. And then I don't know what she thought she was gonna accomplish saying that when old girl was like, who am I to you? Who am I to you? I guess she felt like because she's smashing him raw, that makes her more of his girl than Tracy. It was very weird. I was like, okay then, girl, let's keep going. Okay. So Tami came in. She had to interrupt it because the girls was finna start fighting. And then he tried to give his side and explain, I was dating this girl 4 years ago, and then, you know, we broke up like 2 years, you know, and I ended up, you know, we was broke up for 2 years. That's when I met Tracy or whatever like that. And then I ended up running into Casey on set and stuff. Casey gives me normalcy and all this other stuff. Tracy be all conservative whenever she around my friends. They be complaining or whatever. And it's like, it's giving you want what you really can't have. And you've taken on more than what you can chew. Like, you desire to elevate to that level of where Miss Tracy is, but you just not at that level. And you only holding her back and she allowing you to hold her back. Like, girl, just go move on because he's not that guy. Like, he's just not. He wants to still be in the streets. Like, that's not what you want. And that's where it becomes difficult when you love somebody and you want to be with that person versus what it is that you truly want. Like, what's going to, you know, really make your heart smile. And it's damn sure not finna be no nigga that you hoping for. Like, y'all really be missing, rocking with dudes off hope. Like, hoping they get their shit together. Like, no ma'am. It's not that many days in a year or an hour. Okay? Girl, you gotta, if you can't get yourself up out of it, you're gonna have to pray your way up out of it. Like, get up out of that bondage. Like, nothing, like, it's gonna come from that. Like, I don't see him ever getting his stuff together. At all. I just don't, if this is indeed real. So I think Tracy need to cut her losses and go ahead and move on. What else ended up happening? They ended up sitting down. This is another thing that I didn't like about the show. Tami talks to the ladies, in my opinion, guys, when it's time for like that mediation and to sit down after people have been exposed, it sounds like to me she talks to the women to convince them to go back with the man or something like that. And I could be perceiving that wrong, but it sounds like she's still trying, she still wants them to, you know, find love within each other. And it's like, nah, let her make her own decision on how she gonna move. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't encourage her to nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how it came off for me. The end result was that, what's that boy name? McKinley ended up having to tell Casey, he was trying to tell her, listen, I'm not gonna rock with you. I'm gonna go back to my girl and get her, like, you know, get our lives together over there. And Casey over there just like, also, you done with me? You done messing with me? Like, you're not gonna mess with me no more? Like, what is it really giving? Like, so we not gonna, like, that's just it. And so what the dude is, the expert, whoever the relationship expert is, I haven't learned his name yet, but he had to step in and tell Casey, he's trying to let you know that he wants to free you so that you can go out there and get what you're looking for. Basically, however he worded it. And Casey did look like she was finna cry, but at the same time, it was given, girl, he gonna be back. So I don't really, he doing this shit for the cameras. Like, I'll be on that nigga deep by next week. Like, girl, cut it out. Like, that's what it was given. Meanwhile, at the time, Tracy was acting like she ain't wanted anything to do with him. But then when we get an update on what's going on with Tracy and him, we done found out that Tracy's still with him. She over there just hanging on. Just hanging on. Ooh, she needs a new bar. She needs a new bar, girl. She just hanging on. But if that's what you want to do, go ahead. And then, you know, I just said, this is fake. And you know what else made me feel like this was fake? when Tracy had the one-on-one conversation with Tami, supposedly through the damn Zoom call that they had, child, good night, bye. It was very much so giving scripted the way that she was acting, like, well, he's gonna meet my parents, and I'm just so happy because, you know, we really had to work on each other. And it's like, girl, that ain't even your voice. Like, you sound like the people that be in the confessionals for Black Ink Crew and other reality shows. Like, did they give you a cue card? Like, you don't sound like this is genuine at all. But anyway, so then we saw Naima and what's his name, David. They were living together at one point. They moved extremely fast. I think that he met her son within like, what, 2 weeks or something like that. And after 3 months, she'd have moved into his damn house with a little boy. Now, I'm sorry, y'all, for me, that is a bit irresponsible. Not a bit. That's a lot of bit. That's irresponsible. When you got somebody else's life in your hand. But you so DICK deprived and desiring of it that you decide to just allow this man to come into your child's life and then turn around and you just move right in. And you don't know this man from Adam from Eve, and you don't know what this man got under his belt. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know him like that. And she just moved really quickly. Only for us to find out this nigga be walking around with a crown on his head. He wears it 24/7 because he feels like he's a king. And expects people to treat him as such. So for whatever reason, they ended up kind of like separating or whatnot. So she ended up moving out of the house or whatnot. Her and her son. And whenever her son asked about him, she was like, oh, he's just on a work trip or whatever. So anywho, she feels like since they moved out, the crazy thing is, so she say, they are still in communication. They still smash. They do all of that. But it's primarily him coming over to her house because he's not letting her come back to his house. Because he be having other women at the house. They be twerking and doing all kind of stuff, okay? Over there at his house. So she's not welcome to his home. What kind of is that? Only for her to find out at a later time towards the end of the episode that he was seeing a whole nother girl. They were over there furniture shopping and everything because it seemed like he about to pull another stunt with her and move her in within 3 months, okay? So she decided when it came down to her decision that she didn't want to just go and link up with the girl and try to confront him together. She said, I'm finna expose both of them. So I want to go see both of them. So she pulled up on both of them, and it was just a fool. And I feel like he was disrespectful to both of them. I'm like, it's giving acting. This just can't be real. It just can't be real. It was to a point where he wanted to speak, and Naima literally squatted down on the ground like, you want me to listen to you or something like that. And Tami grabbed her and said, girl, you ain't got to get on the ground. And I said, you sure fucking don't. What are you doing? What are you doing? Girl, that shit was a mess. Not you getting on the ground and then over here treating this man like a quote-unquote king, but he not treating you like his queen. But he does do for her child, from my understanding. So Tami is over there encouraging him to continue to be there for the child because he already made that place in that child's life. So she thinks he should continue to be there. And then on the flip side, it sounds like she's trying to encourage her and talk to her to want to be back with this man. What? So, of course, they worked it out. The other chick left because she said, you're not going to sit up here and play me. She leaves. Naima and David supposedly worked it out. They're going to be fine. But then we find out 3 months later with the update that they couldn't get it right, so she left. And she's done at this point. And I'm like, well, I'm glad that you are. Sometimes people got to go through stuff and realize that you got to make this decision for yourself, for real. So with whatever decision you make, you got to live with that, and you can't put that off on somebody else and point the finger at no one and say, you the one who told me I should stay or whatever. See, that's why, give advice, but don't give like I guess like decisions. Like, don't try to make decisions for people. Let them make their own decisions. You feel what I'm saying? Unless it's like a really abusive situation, and it's like, listen, okay, like, girl, I'm gonna make this decision for you because right now you dumb as hell, you know. But at the end of the day, the heart wants what the heart wants. The people gonna do whatever the fuck it is that they want to do. But Naima, girl, you was wrong as hell to sit up there and allow that man to come into your child's life. And I just like, number one, so soon. And as we see, he don't really got no issues with him for real. We don't know this man. We only saw what they gave us. But it seems like the son may have a strong liking to the man, but at the same time, he seemed like, to me, this man has characteristics that I would not want my damn child growing up to exhibit at any point in his damn life. You know what I'm saying? Like, a woman's supposed to just sit up here and cater to you all the time, and you're not supposed to do anything in return. Are you serious? Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, 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 no. But that's really all I got. I cannot promise that I'm going to be reviewing this show. I might watch this show for enjoyment. If anything pops up and I just be like, oh, y'all, did y'all see this? Then I might talk about it. But girl, right now, for me right now, girl, it's giving definitely fake for me. Okay, I just want to let you know that. But y'all go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on, what is it called? Unfaithful, caught in the act. Yeah, go ahead and let me know your thoughts about everything down below. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, or follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.